One of the questions we're asked the most here at Moab is how do I select a paper that best represents my image when I print it? Today I'm going to give you a few tips to make that decision a little easier. First off, papers are divided into two groups: photo black or glossy papers and matte black or matte papers. The big differences between the two are that a photo black paper has some sort of a reflective finish to it, from a subtle baryta up to a high gloss. Because of this, the paper reflects a little more light back to the viewer, which makes colors appear a little more saturated, blacks a little darker, and shadows have a little more detail. A matte black paper does not have any surface sheen to it, so it reflects a little less light, and because of this, colors may appear a little less saturated, blacks won't be quite as dark, and shadows may not have quite as much apparent detail in your print. But we use those two characteristics based on how we want the viewer to see our final image. First, let's take a look at 3 photo black papers in the Moab line. To start, we have the Slick Rock Metallic Pearl. This is a high gloss, white base metallic paper, which gives your images almost a 3-dimensional look. Second, we have the LaSalle Exhibition Luster, which is a classic heavyweight luster paper. And last, we have the Juniper Baryta Rag, which is 100% cotton, heavyweight, classic baryta paper, similar to what you may have printed on in the darkroom. All 3 of these papers are photo black and have a little bit of sheen to them, but all 3 have very different characteristics, whether you want a classic darkroom look, a heavyweight luster, or a high gloss, 3-dimensional metallic. For matte black papers, there's a large variation depending on what the paper is made out of, what the base white is, whether it's warm white or bright white, and how much texture the sheet has. So we'll take a look at 3 matte papers in the Moab line. First, we'll start off with the LaSalle Photo Matte. It's a classic bright white alpha cellulose matte paper with a smooth finish, and it's coated on both sides, so you can use it for greeting cards, portfolio books, or other presentations where you need a paper that's double-sided. Second, we have the Entrada Rag Textured 300. This is a heavyweight cotton paper, warm white, with just a subtle amount of surface texture. And third is the Moenkopi Unryu, which is a thin, translucent kozo fiber paper that retains some of the long fibers to give it more of an ethereal look. When selecting a paper, there's never a wrong decision. It is a matter of finding the paper that best complements your work and represents to the viewer the print you visualized when you press the shutter.